Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cute My Little Princess bracelet, and this was designed by u.megmeg on Instagram. I will have her name in the description box below, but first I just wanted to give you a quick look at this. So it is made in sections. I made 7 of these to fit around my wrist, and each of them looks something like this. So you can choose whichever colors you want to go around, or you can just choose one color, it's up to you. But I'm going to bring up her profile here. So it is u.megmeg, and you can scroll through her account, give her photos lots of likes, and give her a follow for me. Like I said, I'll have her name in the description box below. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So what you're going to want today is a hook. You might want a crochet hook for this, if not a double-ended crochet hook, seeing as how this bracelet has a lot of loops on your hook at the same time. If you use a rainbow loom hook, I'm just going to warn you now, it's going to be extremely difficult to do this. I haven't tried it, but it's just going to be a bit difficult. You're also going to want a C-clip and some bands, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So for the mother of pearl that I used as the border bands in this bracelet, I'm going to be using jelly gold today. So to start, you're going to go ahead and cap a band and pull another color through. And then you're going to add 8 bands onto this one side. Not 8 loops, but 8 bands. So, starting right here, we're going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So as you can see, you're going to have a lot of loops on your hook, just like this. And what you can go ahead and do is grab 3 of your bands for this section. So you're going to grab this Persian blue up here, this Persian blue, and this pear dot Persian here. So those 3 colors for me are going to be the 3 pink camouflage pack greens. So to start, I'm going to take my darkest green, I'm going to pull it through these first 2 loops and reattach. You're not going to pick up any bands from here. Then I'm going to take my neon greenish color, I'm going to pull it through the first 5. So we're going to grab these 3 in here, making sure that I put these back up on the hook. And then you're going to take your 3rd band, and you're going to grab these next 3 here. If you want, you can take off these first 4 loops, but I'm just going to pull it through everything, just so I don't lose any bands. So make sure you put those back onto your hook, just like so. Make sure that they're through these 3, so you should have 3, 3, and 2. Now you're going to turn this around on your hook, and add 8 more bands to the other side. So lift that cap band loop up, and I'll start counting out again. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So as you can see, it's already pretty crowded on this hook anyway, so I'm going to try and spread these out. And now what we're going to do is do the same thing that we did on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1 each of these 3 colors. And I'm going to take my green one first. I'm going to pull this through the first 2 loops. Again, we're not picking anything up. And take my neon green through the first 5. So we're going to grab these 3 gold loops here. Oops. I'm trying to pick this up without losing any bands. Okay. And then you're going to take this olive greenish color, your army green, through these first 7, but we're only going to grab 3 gold loops. Now you might want to move this to the center of your hook just because all of these bands are way out to the side and they can pop off really easily. But now what you're going to do is find whatever color you're using for this center green Persian. And I'm using mother of pearl. And you can pull it through everything, or you can take some loops off. I'm just going to pull it through everything up until these 4 gold loops are on my band. So once you have those 4 middle gold loops, you're going to take everything back up onto your hook that is not those 4 gold loops and rearrange it so it looks something like this. Again, my bands are popping off all over the place, so it's a bit difficult to keep track of and to deal with, I guess. But this is what it should look like, and as you can see, it goes almost all the way from end to end on my hook, so it's going to be a little bit crowded. But now what you're going to do is take another gold band or mother of pearl band for this bracelet, whatever your border color is, and you're going to pull it through every single band on your hook. So I just am going to pull these through a couple at a time, and then once you pull all of that through, put the other end on. It's going to look something like this. You can straighten them out now or later. I would probably do it later because it just gets more weird while you're doing it anyway. So once you've done that, you're going to take another gold band and you're going to pull it through these 2 loops. Now you have to be extremely careful not to pop that off, because then your bracelet would just be finished pretty much. So once you have that gold band, what you're going to do is, if you like, which I think you should do because it makes it look neater, is you're going to cross it here. So it doesn't really matter which way you cross it for the first band, but I'm going to cross this one band over the other. Okay, just like so. And now we're going to add on 8 more bands, but this first bit is going to be a little bit difficult because there is no like cap band. So what you're going to do is just pull it through the first band and lift that back up onto your hook and attach the other end. So it's going to be like really loose. It'll fall off if you pull on it, so just be careful. Then when you pull on your second band, you're going to pull that through the first 2 and lift the outer one. And after that, it should be fairly simple. So you pull on your second band, now you're going to count out to 8, so this is my third. I'm going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so you're going to go out to there, and then you can go ahead and grab your 3 colors again. And if you want to do them in a different order, you can. I just think it's a bit easier to start from this end and then go into the middle. So I'm going to take my green through the first 2, then take my neon green through the first 5. I'm going to lift these outer 2, then take my army green through the first 7. And when you get to this point, it's going to be a little bit difficult to determine which bands are which, but you should be able to tell which bands are which. You just gotta keep it on your hook. And then I'm going to lift these outer 4, if I can get my hook in there. Okay, so again, once you spread it out, it should look pretty normal. I'm going to go ahead and switch this around to the other end, and if it's easier, you can also pull a band through a bunch of these and clip it, or you can use another crochet hook or that kind of thing just to make it easier. Now, you want to make sure that when you turn this around that your entire bracelet isn't twisted around like this, I guess. Just make sure that it is straightened out, and you're going to find this other loop here, the other cross loop. You're going to do exactly what we did on the first one, or on the other side, sorry. You're going to pull that through the first one and lift it back up. Again, don't pull on this first gold band because it will come undone. Once you pull your second band through, you should be okay. So this is my third here. I'm going to go out to 8 bands again. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to take the bands again. I'm going to pull that through the first 2. Take this green, pull it through the first 5. And pick up those outer 2. And then this olive or army green band, through the first 7. Pick up these outer 4. There's a car alarm going off outside. I don't know if you can hear that. It just stopped, but it was kind of loud. Anyway, now after that, you're going to take your mother of pearl band and you're going to grab these middle 4 loops. Now, if they're not in order, you can arrange them now or you can arrange them while they're on the band. It doesn't really matter either way. So just pull it through all of those loops and lift these outer 6. Okay, my band keeps popping off over here. So once you have all of these bands, you're going to go ahead and take another gold jelly. And remember, we're going to pull it through everything on the hook. So you might want to get a good grip or a good strong band because it's going to get kind of stretched. And make sure you attach both ends securely. You can rearrange these bands if you need to, if they get crossed over. Like this, they're going to get crossed over no matter what, so it almost doesn't even matter. But after that, you're going to take another gold jelly band through these 2 loops. And from here, you're going to make sure that you cross it the same direction as you did here. So I would cross this band over like this. And then you'll add on your 8 bands to each side. Then do this little flower thing in the middle. And then make sure that between each section you are attaching 2 bands, like you're pulling a band through everything and then pulling another band through those 2. Otherwise it's going to look really like crushed and kind of weird. But anyway, once you get to the end of the bracelet, once you've made it long enough to fit around your wrist, you'll stop here before you add your 8 bands and before you cross them. You'll just add your C-clip here and it'll look something like this. So you pull your band through everything and then another band through that. Attach your C-clip here, and that'll be it. So that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have u.megmeg's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram. Give her a follow for me, but that is going to do it for this video, so I hope to see you next time.